He's going to fry our brains. Where is he? 1 minute. Let me call him. So all the students are ready to listen to a doctor, but he will not talk of medicine or treatment or disease. He will talk something else because he is a genius. Okay, let me tell him. We are waiting for you. He told me I am ready. So,
Actually, log in. He tried to log in and again he went and I saw.
oh, okay, okay, is it? So, how are the students? All well?
Hi Anna, how are you
Hi
Anna?
Anna.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I am so far so good, but we don't know. Things are getting very difficult, huh? Yeah, so we all have to wear two masks. And all the questions that you have about the infection, you can ask the doctor. But the doctor has some other agenda. Okay. So, and how was your exams and all that?
It was very good Anna.
Very good, huh? Okay, okay. Very good, very good. So, let me see now. Y'all have your questions ready after he talks to y'all. He tried to log in, is it, Lata?
That's what I'd seen the 5 minutes before only.
Ah, okay, okay, okay.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Anna joined.
Joined?
Yes, yes.
Where is Dr. Anna? Yes. Namaskaram, Dr. B.K. Iyer. Unmute yourself. Unmute yourself. Yes, doctor. Welcome, welcome. Swagatam. Arey,
Thank you.
you're looking great here, doctor. Seeing you after a long time.
White hair and I'm looking great. I like
Arey,
that
you're,
compliment.
I don't know, you're looking something different. There's an aura around you, yeah.
Arey, wow.
Yeah. Okay. Lata Akka and all the students, let me tell you that let me just give you a brief. I don't have to take too long from his time. Acha, there is someone has to mute. So, no, no, it's okay. I think, okay, Dr. B.K. Iyer is a doctor. He treats patients, okay, in Bombay. Okay, and but that is his not his that is his hobby. He does charity to patients, but what he is more interested in, working with companies to launch their products, medical devices and things like that. But today he says that he's going to share with you all his experiential learning about Japan. He is amazed with Japan, and there are many reasons, because that is one place where he went to travel with his wife and daughter, and both were at awe, and they didn't ask him any questions, or rather did not did not they were preoccupied with the country. So Dr. Iyer, these are students from Parikrma Humanity Foundation, class 9. Okay, and they are from 4 different branches in Bangalore. And from the teachers, we only have Lata Akka, no, today. Kalpana Akka is not coming.
Akka is not there, but Anita is there from Nandini Layout.
Okay, Anita is there. Okay, okay. So these children call us uncles, or I mean, male teachers Anna, and lady teachers Akka. So you are Anna today for them. Okay. So over to you, doctor. What a pleasure having you with us. Hey, but no, again,
While you're speaking, I muted Anna. Anna, please unmute.
Who? I should unmute. No,
No,
doctor.
I did because the echo was there. No, that's why I muted Anna.
Ha,
Now,
ha,
please
ha, ha.
unmute your mic.
You're telling Dr. Iyer, no?
Yes.
Dr. Iyer, you please unmute. Please unmute, doctor. Yes.
So can you see the screen?
Yes.
So today we talk about Japan. So can I start? Is everybody around?
Yes, there are 33, including you and me.
So shall we start?
Yes, doctor, you can start. You can make it a full screen, doctor.
Yeah, it is a full screen. Okay.
Okay.
We'll make it full screen. Okay, anyway, let me just go ahead and.
No problem. Yeah.
So first things first, why do we need to talk about Japan? There are a couple of reasons why we need to talk about Japan, and that's because it is the country which has the closest value system to the Indians. What do I mean by Indians? Primarily understand one thing. Once upon a time in India, we used to respect all elders, whether they are teachers, whether they are our parents, whether they are somebody else's parents, or whether they are even strangers who have come to the village or to the town. In Japan, very strictly followed. Respect for elders is number one. So once you look at Japan and you see how it's completely different from any other country anywhere in the world. And when I say it's completely different from any other country anywhere in the world, take it for granted I'm talking from experience because I'm a widely traveled guy across the world. Japan is also called as Nippon. What does Nippon mean in Japanese? It means land of the rising sun. Are you able to see it?
Yes, Anna.
Okay. So therefore, if it is the land of the rising sun, what's in it for us? It has unique values, unique culture, making it an absolutely unique country, and there are a lot of things to learn. The most important thing which will work in favor of all of us is one thing, and that Indians are very much respected in Japan. Can anyone tell me why? Guess. Indians are very much respected in Japan. Why?
Can I try, Anna?
So Indians are respected in Japan because India is the place where Lord Buddha was born. And majority of them are following Buddhism. So what is Japan? It is a total of 2,456 islands. How many islands? 2,456. Of these islands, major islands are only 4. So if you look at what are the major islands, you will realize that there is Hokkaido, there is Honshu, there is Shikoku, and there is Kyushu. And at the bottom over here, separated by a line, is a small group of islands which is called as Okinawa. Okinawa was under American occupation, but it is still a part of Japan. Why should you know about Japan? The islands of Japan are settled on a dangerous volcanic zone.
Excuse me, doctor, we can't see the next slide. I think, you have to yes, yes. Doctor, I request you to make it full screen. No, doctor.
Now can you see?
We can see, but like we can see all your other slides on the side. That means you can maximize the screen.
Okay, how do
Slideshow.
I?
No, no. See, doctor, below
Yeah.
at the lower end,
Uh,
uh, use there you have to click.
Now?
I think it's good taking time. Okay, doesn't matter, doctor. There's something wrong, not happening. You can carry on, but you keep changing the slide.
Just wondering how to go about making this full screen. That's the reason I'm wondering. Full screen.
Normally that icon which you click, normally that works, which shows the slide full screen. Yeah, no, yeah, that one. But why? Yeah, that one. But why that is not happening, I don't know. Anyways,
If it doesn't happen, there'll be a problem because there are too many things to be seen very nicely.
yeah, correct.
Anna, we
That
can zoom in our screens, Anna. Zoom in and zoom out.
And then you can use F5 only.
no, that doesn't help, doctor, because mm,
I'm sorry. I don't know what's happening here in this because here my slide is working perfectly.
oh, is it?
Hmm.
Okay. Then it's okay. Doctor, will you try the top left corner, top left where there is slideshow? Top
Yes.
left. No, not that one. Further top left on top. No, above that. There is one icon near that finger touching a button.
Yes.
Yeah. Next, this one.
Now can you see the full screen?
No, doctor, we can't. Mm, I don't know why it is not happening. But anyway, the children were saying that they'll zoom it and see. There
Okay.
is, yeah.
So the land of the rising sun, unique values, unique culture, therefore a unique country. So it's a total of 2,456 islands, of which four major ones are Hokkaido, Honshu, Shikoku, and Kyushu. One you see at the bottom over here, this one is called as Okinawa. The Americans are settled there, but it's still a part of Japan. All the islands of Japan are on a volcanic zone.
Doctor,
What
you
does
are not on that slide. You have to change. You have to change the slide. Yes.
now?
Yes, correct. Yeah.
Then
We can see Hokkaido, Honshu, Shikoku, and Kyushu.
yes, but at this okay, therefore many earthquakes occur in this region. This can't go on like this because all the sentences are coming at one shot. You can't see the screen at all.
No, we can
We
see
can
the
see.
screen, but what is happening is, uh, it's not the only big slide that we can see. We can see the smaller slides at the side, all your slides.
Now can you see?
No, doctor, would you like to go out and come in again? Sometimes it works, but don't ask me why.
Okay, I'll do that. Now is it full screen?
No, you have
You're not
not
presenting, Anna.
presenting now. You're not sharing the screen. Present now.
Share. Now?
Not yet. No, you're present now and share the screen. You see at the bottom, you saw at the bottom right, present now.
So I've seen slideshow.
No. Doc, you at the bottom, do you see raise hand, turn on captions, present now at the bottom?
No, I
So,
don't see that.
so you have to click meeting details. I don't know. Meeting details. Actually, if you can quickly send me, WhatsApp me the PPT, I can show it for you.
Okay, just let. No, this is a huge one. But do you have a high-speed one?
No, I have high-speed one, but
And you
if
have to go to present now, and then in the present now option, read view. Then you can see in full screen.
because you did it earlier, no? Same process. You try again.
Or you can send it to me or anyone, and I'll present.
My sweet Lord, I just can't understand why is this mess happening around.
Now there is a right side. There is a three dots now. No? Can you see three dots towards your right side? Your mic, and then video screen there. Towards your last right side.
I can't see it. I just can't see it. Slideshow.
Go to present now, Anna. Go to present now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then entire screen. You can share entire screen, or you can go to tab. Or shall I send my email ID? You will forward to me. I will present.
What I'll do is I'll send this presentation to somebody who can share their email ID with me.
Yes, and I'm doing.
And then otherwise I'll put it on my Windows Online and then share the link with you all so that you can pull it immediately.
Okay.
OneDrive, Windows OneDrive. Has anybody got Windows OneDrive over there?
Yeah, I have.
So I will load onto OneDrive and then send it to you, the link. That's the fastest way I can do it.
Okay.
Give it to.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
No problem.
For this. Bhaskar, can you send me your email ID? Bhaskar?
Yes, I'll WhatsApp to you.
Okay.
No, your hobbies Anna is finding difficult to present.
Yeah.
Sorry, Bhaskar. I've let you down. I don't know what to do.
No
Anna,
problem.
same way
Yeah.
you present, Anna. The way you did now in the beginning, that's the same way you do it. And
So
just you
have
have to
you got the
just
link, Bhaskar?
No, it has not come as yet. It will come in my Gmail, is it? In my email.
Yeah. You'll get a link and then you have to pull the entire thing.
No, okay. No, it has not come as yet.
I'm feeling so terrible about this.
No. It is. Yeah, it has not come.
refresh, Anna. Refresh your mail.
Yeah. I'll refresh. No. Sometimes, because of connectivity, I refreshed.
I'll send it again.
Yeah.
Now, did you get it?
No, I think you're having some connectivity issue, doctor. Yeah, got it. I got it.
If you can download this for me, I can
No,
give you.
I'm downloading. I will show you the slides.
Yeah, fantastic.
Oh my, but it is a zip file, huh?
It's the folder which has come.
Yeah. Okay. I'll show it to you all now. Mm,
Download the animations
yeah,
also.
no. Oh, I don't know about the animation, huh?
Oh, yes, you have to. In that folder, whatever is there, just download it.
Yeah. Can you all see?
Yes, Anna, we can see.
Yeah, Doc.
Open that PPT, Anna. Open that PPT.
No, you can't see the screen.
No.
You have to click the PPT, Anna.
Okay. I think it's too big. Wait, 1 minute, 1 minute. Start slide. So now can you see? Now you
You
can't
have to
see.
take time to download it. Wait.
Yeah, but this first slide, can't you all see? I'm seeing it.
No, Anna, we can see only the icon. It's the icon.
Okay. Okay, 1 minute, 1 minute. Print to PDF. Download. Download. Desktop. Okay. I think I can do it now. But I don't know whether I'll be able to show you the what do you call the animations.
That's okay. You just download it. That's what it'll come
Yeah,
automatically.
it's downloading. The PPT is downloading on my desktop, which I will show it to you. 1 minute left. So, children, are you all excited to know about Japan?
Yes, Anna.
Hmm. This Dr. Anna is going to give you first-hand experience about Japan. Okay, now
Anna, we can't see the PPT, and we can only
no, no,
see the OneDrive screen.
no. I will. Oh, okay. Now see. Now you'll see. No, not stop presenting. You are presenting. Okay. Now 1 minute. 1 minute. I'll go to my desktop. Desktop. Where is Japan? Yeah. Now you can see the PPT opening.
No, Anna.
You
That
stop this
OneDrive.
and then you open it. You close this file and then you open again.
You
Okay.
have to share the right file. You're sharing the screen, wrong screen.
No. See, 1 minute.
Close this screen, stop sharing, and again you share the PPT.
Okay. You all can't see this. Huh? No problem. Actually, it is still downloading. Okay, I'll stop presenting this. Okay, and then I will again open, and then I'll entire screen. I'll entire screen. Yes, and then now you can see.
Yes, Anna.
Yes, sir. Now you can see. You
Ah,
can press
but
only F5. Bhaskar, Anna, press F5 to see the single slide.
Yes, now we can.
yes. So, Doc, you start and tell
Okay.
me next. I will change.
Okay.
Yeah.
Japan. So
Yeah.
Japan is also called as Nippon, and that is land of the rising sun. We are discussing it because it has unique values and unique culture. So, what is Japan? Next slide, please. It's a total of 2,456 islands, of which 4 islands are the main ones: Hokkaido, Honshu, Shikoku, and Kyushu. But the most important thing which we want to know is that it is located on a dangerous volcanic zone. Therefore, many earthquakes occur in this region. So what has Japan done about it? Next slide, please. See, you see this. All Japanese cities are dominated by tall buildings. How can you have tall buildings if it is in an earthquake prone zone. That's the beauty of it. The government has made it mandatory that the skyscrapers have to be able to move. So all the buildings, even if they are small or temporary structures, must be resilient to earthquakes, which means they can move, but they cannot fall down. That is the greatness of this. Next slide, please. There are key differences in Japanese culture. A reason for this is a difference in philosophy leading to a unique Japanese value system. They will always bow in front of you, giving you respect. But the Japanese culture has been described as isolated, tedious, honorable, and cold. Why do people say this? What is the reason for this? Next slide, please. That is primarily because Japanese religion is a mix of various religions. The Shinto religion, the Buddhism religion, the Zen Buddhism, and Confucianism, which has come from China. Now, if you look at all of this, Shinto religion is very closely linked to Hinduism because it is connected to spirits, to nature, to purity, sincerity, and festival celebration. Buddhism is in simplicity and good deeds. But the most important thing is about the Confucianism philosophy. Next slide, please. Japanese values have created an impact because it is a shame society. Entire society across the world is a guilt society. If we do something wrong or we prevent ourselves from doing something wrong, it is because of guilt. But in Japan, it is a shame society because they are all bothered about what others will think about you. So if you look at this slide and you'll see this man with a red circle over there. Okay, so if you notice this, they are all concerned about what people think about them, whether it is a child or whether it's an adult or a society. They have a sense of responsibility for the feelings of others. If you're taken in a Japanese company, you are never sacked. But what is done? You are made redundant. You are made completely hopeless and helpless. Nothing is shared with you. You come to the office, go, there is no work given to you, and you leave the job out of shame. That is Japan. Can you believe it? In any other country, people are sacked, but in Japan, people are not sacked. If you're not good at your work, you are just left alone saying, okay, just let him sit idle. He will leave out of shame. Therefore, shame is a failure to live up to obligations and expectations of others. When does this shameful thing start? Starts from childhood. Now, let me tell you a beautiful system about the KG class in Japan. Every Friday evening, before the children go home, they close their bench and desk and sweep the floor and mop the floor and then go home. Monday morning when they come, they remove the desk, they remove the bench, they sweep the classroom, they mop the floor, and then sit down to study. Why is this being done? From a very young age, children are taught the value of small duties, and there is nothing to be shameful about anything to be done. So there is pride in work. That is what they are taught. Next slide, please. So in this society, one maintains self-respect by choosing not what is good for self, but by choosing what is good for the entire society. That is why you will find that the Japanese are completely different, and therefore there is a fear of rejection. So if somebody has cheated someone, the society shames him so much that he commits suicide out of shame. That is the amount of shame that is inculcated in that society. Next slide, please. Now, in this slide, I'm going to show you some values of the Japanese system. But why am I showing you the map of USA? You will see in the map of USA, Alaska is at one corner and Hawaii is at another corner. You can see this very clearly. There are two parts which are not a part of mainland USA at all, but they are also part of USA. They are part of United States. Next, please go ahead. I want you to give an example of a word called kamikaze. In Pearl Harbor, at Honolulu in Hawaii, just before 8 o'clock on Sunday morning, December 7, 1941, there was an attack by the Japanese on the Americans. How did the Japanese do it? 353 aircraft were launched from the ships. What did they do? They reached up to Hawaii without being traced. And after that, what did they do? Next slide, please. They wiped out 180 planes, 128 were damaged. Next slide, please. 8 battleships were sunk and 18 others were damaged. Can you see all the ships over here? All the ships which were parked at Pearl Harbor were completely destroyed. Why did they attack the Pearl Harbor? They attacked the Pearl Harbor because they felt the Americans were supporting the British, and at that time, entire Southeast Asia, whether it is Singapore, whether it is Burma, whether it's Vietnam, they were all being ruled by the British. And the Japanese and the British were fighting. And at that time, the Americans started supporting the British. So they prevent the Americans from supporting the British. They did this Pearl Harbor thing. And how did they do it? They won. They won. They completely destroyed so much. How? Because of one fantastic thing. All the pilots in the aircraft were told that this is your last flight. You have no weapons. So you go with the aeroplane, go and dash into the ship so that your plane explodes and the ship explodes. That is called kamikaze. That is the suicide attack. And one of the best things they did was, one of the most important group of people whom they were selected for this were all orphans. They were tuned into saying that what you do for the country is fantastic. Next. This is completely different from anywhere else. Now let's look at Japanese architecture. It has 6 traditional elements. The first additional element is wood. The next is screens. You see all these screens which are there are made of paper and wood. And all the doors are sliding. In India, we have doors with open inwards or outwards. In Japan, you don't have any doors like that. All the doors are sliding. Next, tatami mats. People don't sit on the chairs or on the sofas. They sit on the mats. Or they have a cushion on the mat, which is called as a zabuton. With the result, just like the Indians, the Japanese do not wear slippers inside the house. The slippers are kept outside at the main area itself, and that is the reason why it's completely different. All the Japanese houses, the entire outside has a veranda surrounding all the 4 sides, just like the houses in the villages. Next slide, please. You have verandas. Then you have genkan. Genkan is the area where you remove your slippers and keep it near the front door instead of taking it inside. Next slide, please. They lay a lot of emphasis on nature. So wherever you have a Japanese house, and if you are looking outside, they will always ensure that they have a beautiful garden. Next slide, please. The commonest temples in Japan are the Shinto temples, and these sort of gates are there before the temple, and these gates are called as the torii gates. What does this mean? This part of the world is the ordinary, this part of the world is sacred. Therefore, these things are demarcated, and all these temples have 3 features: the sanctuary where the gods are kept, the hidden where the offerings are made, and hidden where the people settle down for worship. Next slide, please. Japanese garden is beautiful. It's an attempt to create a space that captures the natural beauties of nature. But most important thing is to bring calmness and nature in a very crowded place. A Japanese garden is a natural landscape, but carefully controlled by man. Next slide, please. What are the components of a Japanese garden? Water, plants, rocks, lanterns, fish, and bridges. They constitute the main frame. Now let us look at a Japanese garden. Look at this. So simple and yet so beautiful. What do you see? Greenery, rocks, sand. That's all. And you see trees. Next slide, please. Look at this. Here there are bridges, there's water, there is fish, there is rock, and there is greenery. So all Japanese garden, the main components are composed of these. Next slide, please. This is another unique thing about Japan, which is called as bonsai. Bonsai are potted miniature trees which are carefully styled. You can see even the roots are styled to achieve an aesthetic effect. They have converted a big tree into a small tree with the same proportionate differences, and therefore they create harmony with nature. And this is typically Japanese. This is called as bonsai. Next. Next, there's something which is unique to them is called ikebana. Ikebana is the Japanese art of flower arranging with branches, leaves, and stems for new life in art. Look at this. This flower does not have this leaf. This flower does not have this twig. So the branches are taken separately, the leaves are taken separately, the flowers are taken separately and assembled together to express individual emotions and creativity. What is it called? Ikebana. Look at Japanese art. Japanese tattoo. Unlike in India where people tattoo here, they tattoo the full body. Next. Japanese art is typically minimalistic, very minimal writing, but they write it in such a way that it creates art. Next slide, please. The Japanese art of painting is called e-sumi painting or sumi-e painting or ink painting, in which there are two dominant colors, the black and the red. And they're just mixing water. They create various shades of dark black, gray, pink, red, etc. And that is how they do the painting. Next slide, please. Let me give an example of Japanese art. You see these manhole covers on the roads, which are covering all the sewage pipes. Even all the manhole covers in Japan are artistic. No two manhole covers are ever the same. From one municipal area to another area, it keeps on changing and they compete with each other to find out who does it more beautifully. Next slide, please. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. This began in the 1980s when Japan installed a modern underground sewage system and still wanted to make it a public relationship exercise. So it is still continuing today. Next slide, please. Another important thing is Japanese calligraphy. The art of writing letters using a brush dipped in ink. But remember one thing, every child in Japan is taught this. And that is the reason their handwriting improves tremendously. And they use it for various forms of art. They are taught from childhood right up to adulthood. Next slide, please. And it is passed from one generation to another, even at home. Next slide, please. In most cities, gutters are very dirty. You can never expect wildlife to thrive over there. Next slide, please. But in Japan, the gutter water is so clean that you have goldfish swimming in the gutters. Can you see this?
Yes, Anna.
Yes, sir.
Look at the animation now. You can increase the volume of Bhaskar. Imagine seeing the gutters with these fish over there everywhere. Unbelievably clean gutter water. clean water flowing in the gutter. So when you see things like these, you realize one thing, that mosquitoes grow only when there is stagnant water. When water is so clean and constantly flowing, no mosquitoes at all. Next slide, please. Bhaskar, next slide.
Yeah.
The national dress of Japan is called as the kimono. Now, if you see this, in India, we are very hesitant to wear our natural dress, which is the dhoti or the pajama or the kurta, or go anywhere, or even the sari and go anywhere. But the Japanese are never shy to wear this dress anywhere, even to work. See this over here. It's worn with the left side overlapping the right side and sometimes layered. Next slide, please. And at the back, they have something like this. It looks so beautiful, and look at the slippers which they are wearing. It is all made of wood. They are called clogs, C-L-O-G. So they make a big sound when they walk. Next slide, please. Japanese have the highest life expectancy in the world. Male life expectancy is 80.5 years and female is 87.43 years. So what is the biggest problem in Japan? An aging population. So pension is a very big amount which the government has to pay. All this is attributed to hard work and healthy food that is based on rice as the central item with mashed soya bean, which is called as miso soup, and the hard part of that is called as tofu, seafood, vegetables, and noodles. Most important thing you need to understand is this thing called a bento box. This is the box which children take to school every day. The food is packed in the morning and given by the mothers. The best part of bento food, watch it, how artistic they have made it. Every day morning, a new food is to be made, and it has to be made artistic because children go to school and open the bento boxes and compare with each other. Look at how beautiful it is. Next. Look at this one. They make it so appealing, it is completely unbelievable. Next. Typical Japanese food is called as sushi, and it usually consists of raw fish, boiled vegetables, and rice rolled together in a seaweed. You can see the seaweed over here. On that seaweed like leaf, they have wrapped the rice and everything.
Sorry. Yeah.
Next is Japanese food display. This is completely amazing. I have never seen anything like this in any other part of the world. Next slide, please. Japan never fails to surprise the world, but Japanese restaurants have a unique way of showing all their foods to be displayed. What is this fake food? This is made using wax and plastic. But look at how original it looks. Pizza looks like pizza, the noodles look like noodles, anything and everything. They make it look absolutely authentic. Now, I am going to show you a video of how they make a cabbage out of plastic. Next slide, please. You can never make it out later on whether it is a real cabbage or it is a cabbage made of plastic. Watch it. Now see how he makes it in front of you. Now watch it when he cuts it. The look, the feel, the texture, everything looks like the real one. Next slide, please. Japanese vending machines. There are 5.5 million vending machines in Japan. Why are vending machines popular? Because of the very low crime rate in Japan. Nobody breaks these machines, nobody robs these machines. And therefore, these machines are everywhere around the clock so that people can buy whatever they want without the hurdles of wanting to stand in a line or pay the bill. Watch this. Next. Too many vending machines. Look at this. This is near a cycle parking lot. Watch the vending machines from one end to another. We see one vending machine, we feel happy. Look at this. There are so many and at so many places. It's unbelievable. What can you buy there? You name it, you can buy it. Not necessarily drinks or anything. You can buy food items and everything. Next slide, please. The Japanese trains are called as bullet trains or also called as Shinkansen. The trains reach a top speed of 320 kilometers per hour. They've recently modified one Shinkansen train and it is going to be coming to India. Watch this train now. Next slide, please. It's going to be launched now. This is a very new train. Watch this. It looks unbelievably aesthetic. Once you go inside, you will forget you're in a train. You'll think you're in an aircraft. It is that smooth, absolutely amazing silence, no jerks, travel so smoothly, it's completely unbelievable. Next slide, please. One thing unique about Japan is the metro train pusher. There are actually people who are employed over there to push people into the train. Otherwise, the door will not close. So during the rush hours of morning and evening, you have people pushing people into the train so that the door can close and the train can move. So these are pushers so that they can ensure that trains go on time. Next slide, please. Look at that with gloves so that you cannot say my cloth got spoiled or anything like that.
Yeah, Doc, next.
Yeah, next slide, please. This is something which is fantastic. Entire Japan, people are extremely cultured, very orderly. Two things to note over here are the train etiquette and the escalator queue. What do you notice in the escalator queue? All of them are on one side. Why is the
One
other
side.
side left free? The other side is left free so that if people have to run in a hurry, they can run. This is, I have not seen this in any part of the world. Look at this, systematic and scientific. Next slide, please. So now, once again, you will need a sound for this. You have to unmute the sound. You see this?
Okay. I have to unmute the sound.
Yeah, see, this is having a lot of these are 29, and without a sound, this will be useless.
No. You said to. Okay. I think it was muted. No. Sorry.
Anna, your presentation is muted, Anna.
Okay, I'll come to that. Wait. How is that presentation muted? No.
Anna, come to Google Meet and unmute yourself.
Wait.
They will not enjoy it because without the sound, they'll not enjoy. For example, see, you get square melons over there,
Anna, you
heart-shaped
are
melons over
also
there.
on mute, Anna. Bhaskar, Anna, unmute yourself.
Okay. Yeah, now it will be fine.
We can't hear you.
Can you hear?
No, we can hear you talking, Anna, but not the video. We
No.
can only see it. It is not audible to us.
But I have made it. বল ना ना actually चलो पढ़े देखो
Okay.
yeah one yeah
Bhaskar, I have a suggestion. After every point, you stop. I will give the like this thing commentary. After every point, after every step.
okay.
Japan is the land of the rising sun, but that makes something unique about Japan.
अच्छा ठीक है हम जाते हैं ऐसे तो reference
This is the Torii Gate. So there are a lot of unique things about Japan. Let us do one at a time. What is the first one? Halt now. Okay. Wait. Stop. Stop the animation here at the bottom.
okay
Yeah. Okay. See, you see this watermelon, it is square. If you see in India, it is round. Japan is the only country where you get it in square form, even in a heart-shaped form. How do they do it? When the melon is growing, they encase it in a square-shaped box and then keep on expanding the size gradually as the melon is growing. It is very expensive. But why was it designed? To fit into the refrigerator. But now it is used as an item to gift to people. Next, go ahead. Look at the heart-shaped one also. Number 2. Stop. So you have a pool like this, which is filled with noodles and with pork soup. And people take bath in it saying it is good for their health. Only in this part of the world, with whatever you're eating, they're going to be having it in the swimming pool and they're going to be jumping into it. Next slide.
okay
Pause. Your
yeah
Kit Kat chocolate.
one minute Kit Kat chocolate 1 minute I can fix the I'll take a look.
Fine.
1 minute I'll fix the sound
Okay.
Japan is known as the land of the
Perfect.
Japan is known as the land of and attract hungry clients.
Play it from the beginning. Play it from the beginning, Bhaskar.
Japan is known as the land of the rising sun, but it could also be known as the land of singing toilets or the country of the blue traffic light. There are so many things that make it a whole other world. Get ready to explore. 1. Square watermelon. They were invented back in the 70s by a graphic designer to fit compactly in the fridge and be cut more easily. Japanese farmers grow them in special containers to get the shape. Since they're pretty expensive, people don't buy them as food, but rather as a decorative item. 2. Ramen noodles. The Unison Spa Resort in Hakone offers its guests the pretty unique experience of splashing around in a vat of pork soup and ramen noodles. While this may sound crazy to many people, the Japanese believe that soaking in such a bath is good for the skin because a broth made of pork is rich in collagen. 3. Bizarre flavors of Kit Kat. Chili pepper, wasabi, sweet potato, grilled corn, soybean, salt watermelon, mango, green tea, and that's only a short list of Kit Kat flavors you can try in Japan. Which one would you try? Let me know down in the comments. Fake food. Specialists make this kind of food from plastic or wax, and it looks just as delicious as the real one. Many restaurants use fake food to display their popular dishes in the windows and attract hungry clients. Usually, these replicas cost much more than the dishes they imitate. 5. Rabbit Island. Back in the 40s, scientists brought a number of rabbits to Okoneshima Island to do some tests. However, later on, the animals were freed and started to multiply. Now the island is full of them and attracts a lot of tourists. Parikrma machines. Taking photos in a booth is nothing new, but Japan added its own exciting twist to this experience. Their photo booths, called Parikrma, allow you to edit photos right on the spot, adding different backgrounds, funny stickers, or writings. Also, you can send the pictures to your cell phone, or perhaps your toilet, if, you have Wi-Fi in there. You might never have to leave. 7. People pushers. Subways and train stations get really overcrowded during rush hour. That's why the station staff and part-time workers have to perform the routine procedure of pushing people inside trains to fit in as many passengers as possible before the doors close. Number 8, umbrella parking lot. Before going inside a building, you can park and lock your umbrella just like you do with your bike. Now you can be sure no one will take it, and you won't make a puddle on the floor if your umbrella is wet. Many government buildings, offices, and hotels have this sort of umbrella rack. 9. Millions of vending machines. Japan has more than 5 million of them, mostly because they save time for people who work late hours, which is a pretty common thing here. Besides, Japanese vending machines aren't just for snacks and soda. You can buy basically anything, from live lobsters to underwear in these machines. 10. Tokyo's biggest resident. In 2015, Godzilla was granted citizenship in Tokyo's Shinjuku ward. The authorities presented a special certificate stating his new residency and also made him a job offer. Godzilla became the tourism ambassador. Later, they even installed a Godzilla head 171 feet above the ground at Toho, the movie studio that made the original movie back in 1954. 11. Train delays make headlines. Punctuality is a really big thing here, and train stations do everything possible to avoid a delay. If a train is 5 minutes late, the railway company might have to issue a delay certificate for railway workers and passengers who missed an important appointment. And if the delay is longer than an hour, then the railway company might give an official apology in newspapers. 12. Silent karaoke. This is a special microphone with a cone that you place over your mouth. It muffles most of the sounds when you sing. It was designed for people who don't want to wake up their neighbors and those who feel shy about belting their favorite tunes in public. Number 13, polite slurping. While in many countries, slurping is considered rude, in Japan, it's a way to show your appreciation of the dish. If you don't slurp when you eat noodles, then the chef will think that you don't enjoy the food or that it's cold. Ah, good noodles. 14, face napkins. When you eat a burger, it's never pretty because your mouth gets covered in ketchup or mustard. Owners of one fast food restaurant found a solution to this by serving burgers together with special napkins. They cover the faces of guests who feel a bit embarrassed about looking messy while eating. 15. Water-saving sinks. They're located right over the toilet tanks. The idea is simple. First, you wash your hands over the sink, then the sink water goes straight into the toilet tank, and finally, you flush the toilet when you've done your business. So you save water by using it twice. Aren't you glad they don't do it the other way? Number 16, strange mayo. No, Japanese mayo doesn't have any special recipe or ingredient, but they don't eat it with salads, meat, or sandwiches. In Japan, people usually use it as a topping for ice cream or on pancakes. A chocolate sundae with mayo. Haha, nothing better. 17, naps at work. In Japanese culture, dozing off at the workplace or in imuri is considered a sign of being a hardworking person who's very committed to their job. That's why inamuri is so common, and no one thinks it's a bad thing. Some people even fake it. 18, world's shortest escalator. You can find it in the basement of Moore's department store, which is located in the city of Kawasaki. The escalator has only 5 steps and is only 33 inches tall. Well, that's one small step for a man. Okay. 19, canned food restaurant. Eating canned food may not sound like a delicious treat for you, but there's a whole chain of restaurants all over the country where they serve only canned food. They're pretty popular since clients can choose from 300 varieties of food from all across the world. 20. Doll Village. The village of Nagoro used to have a population of 300 people, but less than 40 residents live there now. A local artist, Tsukumi Ayano, made over 300 life-size dolls, most of which look like former residents, and they're located in various states of action. For example, there's a whole classroom of them in the village school that was closed a while ago. Number 21, no fours. It's common for Japanese culture to avoid the number 4 because it's considered to be very unlucky. That's why some buildings don't have a 4th floor. Stores don't sell a set of cutlery for 4, and the number of guests to some event can't be 4. 22. Blue traffic light. They use a blue color instead of green for traffic lights. The reason for that hides in their language. Historically, there was only one word for both colors. When traffic lights first appeared in the country, they were as green as anywhere else. But that green color was still called blue. To make things right, the government decided to use the bluest shade of green possible. Okay? 23. Cleaning classes. Japanese kids learn how to clean in many schools because it's a part of their education. They mop their classrooms and hallways, do dusting, and even clean the bathrooms. Teachers believe it's a great way to raise responsible citizens. 24. Footbath train. Take the Tsudoi tourist train to get the most comfortable sightseeing experience. This train has foot baths built of aromatic cypress wood and filled with warm spring water that can soothe the pain in your joints. So you can soak your feet and enjoy beautiful views at the same time while traveling from Nagoya to Yonoyama Onsen. 25. Futuristic toilets. Toilets in Japan are very high-tech. To use one, a person should know what all those buttons are for. There's a variety of functions, including heating the seat, spraying warm water to clean the user up, and even playing music. All they're missing is a refrigerator. Wow, who'd ever want to leave their toilet? 26. Crazy ice cream flavors. The Japanese love weird food combos. That's why finding an ice cream flavored with horse meat, cactus, charcoal, squid ink, garlic, or chicken wings won't be a problem here. 27. Space-saving parking lots. Since Japan is a densely populated country, they don't like to waste space. That's why their parking lots have a smart system. They're designed like multi-level garages. 28. Robot-run hotel. In a hotel in Nagasaki, robots are a big part of its staff. It's called the henna, which translates as strange. The human-like androids meet the guests, clean the rooms, carry luggage, make coffee, and even smile. However, real people work there too to recharge the robots and supervise how they perform their duties. 29. Cafe companion. Sitting alone in a cafe and enjoying your coffee and food is common for most people around the world. But in the land of the rising sun, you'll get a huge plush moonin to sit next to you in one of the cafes.
That's it. I've given you a flavor of Japan, how it's different from the rest of the world.
Yeah.
Feel free to ask me for any questions whenever you want it.
Correct. Okay. Now 1 minute. Yeah. So that was great. That was great. Yeah. Yes. Now, children, question time. But I know today bit long. Normally they wait till 6:30. After that they go off. So the number 33 has reduced to number 20. But anyway, any question?
They will ask
I
you
have a
later, maybe.
question, Anna.
Yes, Devika.
Anna, which country is your favorite?
Which country is your favorite, Doc?
Oh, my country, Japan is my favorite.
Oh, yeah,
Thank you, Anna.
Bhavya.
Anna,
Okay, Tasmia.
Anna, you said that in the gutters of Japan there are goldfish, Anna, thriving. Do you, when you visited Japan, have you ever seen the fishes in the gutter, Anna?
Yes, yes, that was an eye opener for me.
I think those pictures you took,
Thank you, Anna.
isn't it? Hmm. Bhavya,
Yes, Anna. Good evening, Anna. I'm Bhavya. So I have a question for you. Like how your different kind of experience which you went through when you were in Japan. Like how were the people treating you? Were they kind to you? Or did the food suit you well? And the weather? Can you tell about such kind of experience?
So I was treated very well. I told you in the very beginning, they love Indians because India is the land of the Buddha. As far as food is concerned, I was very worried because I'm a strict vegetarian. But I had no problem at all because in every place there is a Buddhist temple which where Buddhists are only vegetarians.
hmm. Okay, good.
As far
Any,
as the weather is concerned, it can be very hot and it can even snow. So you have to plan your trip in such a way or plan your garments in such a way to suit the weather.
Thank you, Anna.
next, yeah. Any more questions? But anyway, Doc. I'm going to take a quiz on this, whatever you shared. So I'll find out next class.
This time I will only win, Anna.
This. Okay.
You can show it to them again and in a
Yeah, yeah,
very relaxed manner.
yeah. Correct, correct.
Okay. Thanks, Bhaskar.
Okay.
Thank
No,
you.
no. Thank you, Dr. Iyer, because these kids they got to know about Japan through you. Your kind-heartedness. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Welcome. Bye, bye, bye.
Thank you, Anna.
Okay,
Thank
children.
you. Bye
Thank you, Anna.
Yeah.
bye.
Say,
Bye, Anna.
yeah. Bye.
Thank you, Anna.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you, Anna. Bye, Anna.
Bye bye. Bye bye.
Okay, doctor. Bye. Okay, children. Bye.
Bye,
Take
Bye,
Anna.
care.
Anna.
Take care. I don't know. My daughter called me up to say that from tomorrow there is a lockdown. I don't know how far it is true. Let's find out. Be careful. Huh? Take care, all of you.
Okay, Anna.
Yes, Anna.
Yeah. Yeah, you all must wear two masks and keep washing your hands and don't go into the crowds. Keep safe distance. Yeah, it is this infection is spreading like wildfire. You know that.
Yeah,
Okay,
Anna.
right. Bye.
Bye.
Bye, Anna.